Hi, I'm Alo and welcome to the MPC Academy. In this video, we're going to be looking at the XL channel command on the MPC XL. As you see right here on the upper left-hand side of your MPC, we now have a dedicated section for your XL channel command. We can divide this into 4 different sections. We have this tracks view right here. We also have this encoder, which is going to be the level of the current track. We can adjust it, bring it up or bring it down. At the very bottom, we have this small little screen which will tell you the name of the current track that you're on. And we have this signal meter right here of how loud the current track is peaking. So if I solo this, I can see that it's giving me some meters right here, so I can meter and monitor the track. Now let's start off over here with the different types of tracks that we can be viewing on our main page. As you can see within the MPC, we have different types of tracks. We have our outputs, which is going to reflect our 8 outputs that we have in the back of the MPC. Not everybody is going to be using all 8 outputs to send signal out of the MPC. Most likely, you're always going to be utilizing outputs 1 and 2, which is left and right. That's going to be your master output. If you want to right away while you're making a beat, jump over to your main outputs, you can view outputs 1 and 2 right there. You want to add a compressor right away, you can go ahead and add a compressor. You want to add a limiter, you can go ahead and start adding a signal chain for your main outputs. If you want to look at outputs 3 and 4, you can just bang through. You got 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. You also have your USB outputs if you want to utilize that, but this is going to give you a view of all of your outputs. If you want to jump right back to your tracks view, you go back and select track. Same thing with your returns. If you utilize your returns to add certain effects, you could just hit returns and now you can view your return tracks right here. I have on return 3 a low flight dirt plugin. This is what I like to use for some of my drums. It's an easy way for me to add a plugin right here on return 3 without me having to jump over to the mixer page and then scroll through to view the returns or the submixes. I can do everything right here off of the main page. I can just bang through the different types of tracks. We also have the submixes. If you utilize submixes and you want to group certain types of tracks and route them through submixes, you can do that right here, and you can have a dedicated button to flip over to view submixes. I utilize some submixes. I have submix 1 is my drums and my bass. I group those together, send them through submix 1, and then my sample, I send that through submix 2. If I want to add some type of keyboard or any other melodic instrument, I'll group that within submix 2. Very easy way to just flip into your submixes and add plugins if you want to group certain stems together. At the bottom right here, we have track minus or plus. That's going to allow us to jump over to the next track or to the previous track. If I hit plus, now I'm on track number 2. Track number 3, or if I want to go back to track number 2, track number 1. We can bang through different tracks using these buttons right here. If we take a look down here at this section, we have record arm, so we can set this track on record mode or get it off of record arm. We also have this dedicated track FX button. This is pretty cool because if you like to, like me, I like to put certain type of effects while I'm putting my beats together. Right away, I can just hit that and I see my whole entire signal chain of effects. If I want to edit some of the effects, so I want to take away or add an effect to the current track, I have this effects list right at my view right here. I want to go back, I could just deselect that. And if you see down here, we have solo and mute. So if you want to solo a track, get out of solo. If you want to mute the track, pretty cool now that we have a dedicated button for solo and mute. And last but not least, we'll see that we have a meter right here, so we could monitor how loud the current track is peaking at. This is helpful, especially when you're setting a rough mix. I like to view my master bus output, and I like to view my actual individual track and see where that's metering. So I'm able to just watch that right there in real time. And if I need to adjust the volume, I can go ahead and do so to make sure I'm not clipping. So this channel strip XL section right here just makes it a lot easier to navigate if you want to jump into certain pages without having to jump over to the mix page. You have dedicated buttons right here that have everything to do with different types of tracks. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you stick around for more videos like this.